Hello, welcome back to YouTube. I thought today I would do a little day in the life of a very normal, regular day for me. It's a Tuesday. It's a Tuesday in March. Let's go. Okay, this is like a very normal day for me, which is a Tuesday, which is our first day of like 2.5 that we have Austin in daycare. Jake went to work at 6, so he's gone for getting Austin ready in that part of the day. He's a personal trainer, so he works early, but it's currently 7:03 and we leave the house for nursery in about 20 minutes. So this is always like a mad rush. Like, how can I actually try and look after myself slightly? So I always just have like healthy go-to habits for the morning. So first up, a shot of Simprove. I love this stuff. I actually give it to Austin sometimes because it's just so good. I feel like I don't get bloating. I used to get bloated. I used to get just like stomach ache, and I have no like gut issues now that I have started. Well, I've had this for like a few years. I stopped taking it for a while and then I noticed that I stopped taking it. So then we have coffee, because a lot of people will say like, oh, don't have coffee in the first 90 minutes of the day or whatever, but I don't know, they know something I don't. So we're gonna have a little coffee, but I know that I'm running around a lot, so I think I'm gonna make it in my to-go cup in case I need to take it with me. This is like the cutest to-go cup I've ever had. I got it at the CEO Mama event I went to. They always have the best swag, but this is like a really useful gift. So yeah, we're gonna have a coffee. Let me talk you through some of the other supplements that I will have like quite often. So this is like my hydration jar. So I have Glow-C in here, which I actually have Glow-C like maybe late morning in the afternoon. It's a skin and gut supplement because I have my Simprove in the morning. And then I also have Liquid IV. This is like my favorite. I've tried quite a few of the electrolyte drinks, and this is my favorite, the passion fruit Liquid IV one. So I will basically just put that in my Stanley and just have it usually once a day, just to give my hydration a real boost. I just find that I get dehydrated so easily now that I'm a mum. I don't know if it's just like general mum tiredness and all the stuff that I have to do in a day. I'm also still breastfeeding at 19 months, which I'm super proud of, but it definitely means that I need to be conscious of like hydration. And then I also have things like this, like Trip CBD gummies, which might be placebo effect, but they're quite good at calmingness. Yeah, those are the main ones. I try and take immunity support. Oh, there's not many left. Need to get some more of them. Immunity support, because with a toddler, you know that there's just germs flying away anywhere, everywhere. And then, oh, the dog's just eating his snack. Why did you give that to Chester? This is what I deal with. And then we always have melatonin in. We actually buy it from America because it's stronger, and I don't think you can get the strength of melatonin in the UK. But essentially, if we're traveling, which at the moment we're traveling fairly regularly, away from home or jet lagged, it's just good to make sure that you get like the best chance of like boosting the melatonin which your body already produces so that you can sleep better. So that is my whirlwind. My coffee is really easy. I'm not one of those people that puts like 5,000 things in their coffee. I literally drink a black Americano or a double espresso. If I go out, I might get something a little bit more interesting, but that's what I get. Now I'm gonna save my baby from going in the dog bowl. Okay, this is gonna be my little snack breakfast before I have time to have proper breakfast. I'm a breakfast person, but it's hard to have a big breakfast in the morning basically when I'm on the go so much. So I'm gonna have this, throw on the tiniest bit of makeup ever, and then get out. When I'm in a rush, the only makeup that I put on is so limited. I do like wearing makeup to leave the house. I'm one of those girls, sorry. I feel like I've perfected my go-to really quick. I've actually already put some eyebrow stuff on. But this Charlotte Tilbury Unreal Skin Glow Tint is a must. A little bit of concealer just wherever I need it because sleep is still not perfect. So I will just put a tiny bit of that on. How are we doing for time? Almost there, 7:18. And then I will just go in with this all over my face. I'm not a makeup artist. Honestly, if I was going out or if I was like doing something professional, I would take a lot longer. I have approximately 90 seconds every morning to put a tiny bit of makeup on before the nursery run. So this is like my inner rush. Don't really give a shit about what I'm doing. So if any makeup artists are watching, don't judge me. Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. One of these lasts like forever, literally. Just in all the usual bronzery places. And then I actually put a little bit of this like on my, kind of as eyeshadow, but just like on the crease of my eyeline, just to give it a little bit more of something. So yeah, again, messy AF, but that's okay. And then mascara. I always use Maybelline mascara. I'm a mascara girl. And I find that the designer ones, none of them beat this one, for me personally anyway. So it's like £9 from drugstore. Honestly, that's pretty much it. Sometimes I put some like spray on, like a nice glowy setting spray. That's upstairs, so I can't show you. And a little bit of like lip balm. Summer Fridays is my usual go-to because it's just like a little bit tinted. But yeah, that's the drill. It's actually a nice day out today. I would love to go for like a longer walk, but I'm actually coming back and then I'm going out again later this morning for a Pilates class, and I've also got a meeting and I'm seeing my dad. So I'll take you with me to all of that, but it means that I won't do like a long morning walk right now. And this has been a thing to like just like change now that I'm a mum. Like I can't just do what I used to do in terms of morning routines or any routines, and that's great. That's the season of life that I'm in. But it's just made me so much more intentional and focused when I am spending my time doing like literally anything in my life. That's all the makeup you're getting today. Hey presto, it's not perfect, but it's done. And we all know that done is better than perfect. So, another bite of that, another sip of coffee, and we're going. Okay, nursery drop-off is done. The best thing about our nursery, daycare, whatever you want to call it, is it's under a 10-minute walk from our house, which was like one of the deciding factors. So that's done and I'm home and I'm just breathing. But I always do, like when I come back into the house and I don't immediately need to sort out my child or my dogs or anything, I just say to myself, how much can I get done in like 15 minutes max, just like running around the house. So cleaning up Austin's toys, he seems to just be an absolute hurricane. Like he was only downstairs for like 45 minutes or something before we actually left to take him out, but there's just stuff everywhere. So that, like a little clean of the kitchen, swapping laundry around, taking the trash out, like what can I do really, really quickly? I hate housework, I hate it, but it's important. And we don't have a cleaner at the moment. So yeah, just like little bits. So it just makes me feel a bit more grounded about going into the rest of the day. So today's the only day that we have him in childcare all day, which is great, to be honest. I love spending more time with him, and then we have him in shorter days 2 times a week as well. So I always like breathe on a Tuesday and just think, oh, I have some time to myself, which again, I love, love, love being with my little boy. I love having family time, but it's so important to have that time for you as well. We don't have family close by that can look after him, so we literally rely on, if he's going to daycare, that's it. We had no childcare until he was 1, and we started him in daycare a couple of days a week. So yes, so now on a Tuesday, my working day is a little bit different because I basically can do whatever I want. Just kidding. I have priorities, which I'm going to set in a minute, and I'll show you how I set them. But I don't have like a set time frame that I need to work. So I generally start work around lunchtime on a Tuesday. And the main reason for this is it's more a day working on my business rather than working in it. So I don't have any calls on a Tuesday. I actually have an in-person meeting today, but I rarely have like any meetings or anything like that. But I basically get myself reset. I don't work Monday, so this is like my first working day of the week. I have client support on a Tuesday, so I support my clients, one-to-one clients, in the Telegram app that we use for coaching between sessions, and my group clients either in Slack or in Telegram as well. So I do like 2 kind of client support stints during the day, which is basically just answering questions, coaching them through stuff, catching up, supporting them, depending on like which coaching program they're in. And again, I'll talk you through that as well, but it just means that I don't have a set time frame on a Tuesday, which is really, really great, because it means I just have a whole day to just reset, realign, refocus for the week. I have booked myself in the same Pilates class every Tuesday morning at 9:30, which I go to without fail. So I'll be leaving the house in just under an hour for that. This just means that I know that I've done something for myself. I also have to walk there. It's like a 20-minute walk there, 20-minute walk back. So I know that I'm getting steps in for the day. And then when I come back from that, I am generally working on like content for my courses, or content for social, or content for like writing, newsletters, stuff like that. I do all of that myself. So yeah, I will definitely show you. Today is a little bit different in that I just have a couple of things that I'm kind of adding on whilst I'm in town for my class. I have to go pick up an order, actually. I remember that. To pick up an order, I have a meeting about some potential in-person stuff, and then my dad is also in town today, so I think we're going to grab a coffee and catch up. And it's just really, really great that I get to be able to do this kind of stuff. Like, there was a day where, oh my god, I remember leaving the house at like by 6:30 in the morning to get on a packed train to go to an office, to like sit there and like work like a dog all day, and then still feel guilty that I wasn't the last person in the office at the end of the day, get on the packed train home, stand up all the way, not even be able to like sit down and do more work, which I felt like I had to do. Oh, and it was just a lot. No time for me, no time to work out, no time to eat properly, blah, 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 which is an inherent problem, and exactly why I do so much work on, like, in my becoming community to move women in events away from hustle culture. But that's an aside. But what I really, really love right now is the fact that I have so much flexibility, and this isn't just by luck, this is by intention and design, and me designing my business around my life, not the other way around. So it means that I get to do work I love. I work so hard. I am so ambitious. I am so driven. If you know me, you know this about me. And I have flow, I have balance, I have choice, and that is the power. So right now I am going to, do I make myself, maybe one more coffee? I'm going to make one more coffee, and then I am going to get my diary, which is like my productivity planner. I have the year-long diary, and I basically just go through and set priorities for the week and the day. I did start to set some priorities for the week yesterday, which was Monday, but because I don't work Mondays, I now get to like do it with a bit more focus. So yeah, just make sure that I've got my goals set for the week. I have a couple of programs starting this week, so we're in like final push for launch and things, but again, it feels calm, it gets to be calm. So yeah, I need to do my hair as well, because it's kind of, I've just shoved it up in this clip. Like, what will we do without claw clips, mums? This one's from Toddler, as is my sweater, as is my top that I'm gonna wear to Pilates today. I basically should just pay Tala instead of paying myself. So that is that. And this is also by the same founder, Grace Beverley. If you don't follow her, do. She shares some great stuff. She's a great entrepreneur. Okay, coffee, focus, hair, priorities, leave the house, do some Pilates. What's not to love? Okay, so basically every day, instead of having a really long to-do list, I set priorities for the day. I've done this for a long time. I did it when I worked in corporate. I do it now that I work for myself. I did it pre-motherhood. I definitely do it now I'm a mum. And it just takes the overwhelm away. I think sometimes, you can have this whole huge list, but if you have this whole huge list every single day and you're just passing it from day to day to day to day, it's really, really hard to get through it. And I know a lot of people who store their to-do lists in their head, who store their to-do lists in their email inbox. And for me personally, I find that getting it out on paper is the most effective thing and helps me achieve my goals more. So I use this productivity planner, and basically, like at the start I always know what my goals are. I always know what my big goals are, which I wouldn't share publicly because they're like huge. And then at the start of every week, I basically work out my week's schedule. I plan in my personal stuff first. So I literally at the top of the page have what workout I'm doing that day. I have like if I need to be anywhere, any meetings, I have like focus areas. And then I have like a master goals list for the week. So I know that I have tasks, and the way that it's laid out in here is it has quick ticks, which are things under 5 minutes. To be honest, I don't usually write them down because I know I just do them. I always think if a task takes you like 2 minutes or less, just do it. Don't even write it down. It's a waste of time. Everyone's got 2 minutes. And then I have tasks, which are between 5 and 30 minutes. And then I have projects, which are more like deep dive things. I've actually done some of these things already, so I can tick them off. So I have this master list for the week. And then every day I'll look at that list and go, where am I at? And then I'll pull those things into a day. Today, I have 3 non-negotiable tasks. One of which is like doing this vlogging because I know what I'm like, and if I get caught up in something, I'll just forget to do it. So filming this. I have some filming to do. So I have 2 modules, like on-demand course modules that I'm filming today. And I'm filming some smaller welcome videos for new programs that are launching. And then I'm going to send out an email. That's literally the 3 things. Like anything else is a bonus. I have stuff that I just do anyway, which is like my client check-ins. Like I've assigned time that I'm going to do that today so that I'm not just in reactive mode all the time. And yeah, I'll talk you through like how that works. But essentially I've got my non-negotiable tasks, and then any other things that I need to do that's just in my head right now, I'll just write down onto paper. But I much prefer doing it this way rather than having like a big list, because I used to find that I just have this list that I'd start it on a Monday or a Sunday and then it would just get dragged through the week with me, and it would just get longer and longer, but I wasn't actually making progress on it. So especially in this industry, it's busy. And even now I'm not in a super busy job, but I run a business, I have a toddler, I work with a lot of busy clients, so I need to be focused, and this helps me. So yeah, that's what we're doing. We're halfway through the month and we're doing really, really well this month in terms of my goals and my focus. So long may that continue. Yeah, I'm gonna get out the house now. I did do my hair. Yay. I'm gonna get out the house, pack up some stuff because I need to make sure I take a notebook. And then yeah, I'm gonna do my Pilates class, have some coffee, and then have some more coffee. And then come home and do some filming. Listening to a podcast, and it's such a nice day. So I've come to Pilates. This is a studio. It's super cute. There's only 2 reformers, and I actually have a class to myself today, which is so nice. I'll try and film some of it. p.m. I'm at home. My camera died when I was at Pilates, so I really need to get better at figuring out battery life. Now I'm a vlogger. I'm a YouTuber, whatever I'm calling myself. Had just such a nice morning out. It was super like nourishing and just filling my cup, also just very like energy giving. So I did a reformer class, which is actually like a one-to-one, which is great. And then I went for coffee with Melissa, who owns the Wellness Atelier, where I do my Pilates, and they also have amazing treatments and aesthetics and all sorts, and she is phenomenal. She's an absolute powerhouse, and we are going to be collabing on an event together. So we went for coffee at a gorgeous new coffee shop, which I'm really annoyed that I didn't have my camera because it was just really, really nice. So anyway, went there, and then I went to M&S to pick up an order, and I actually got this little cardigan. What do you think? I'm trying to be a little bit more in like my feminine era, and I just thought it was really cute. And M&S right now are just at the top of their game. I mean, I love going to M&S for like snacks and stuff, and I have got Austin some clothes from there, but when I was actually going in there to get Austin some clothes for our recent trip, I was like, hang on a second, like these things are really nice, they're really affordable. This was like, I think like £25 or £29, and it's so comfy. So I've just put it on to do some filming, and then I went for coffee, more coffee, with my dad. So it's really, really lovely to see him. He lives about 30 minutes away from me, so I don't see him all the time, but I've definitely made it like a goal for me to see my parents more. I'm really, really excited to do that, and that's something that I really, really, to be honest, just was not doing enough of when I was working in previous jobs, and I was just like overwhelmed all the time. And I said to myself, well, literally when I quit that one job that just like sent me under at the end of it, and it was very, very hustle, and I said to myself, like, I want to see my parents more, I want to see my family more. And my mum lives like 2 and a bit hours away from me. My dad lives 30 minutes away from me, so they're not that far. And yeah, we went for coffee and caught up, and it was just really lovely. Just thought like, I just get to do this whenever I want, and it's really, really special. Like it feels really, really great. So yeah, that was really nice. And I think it's so nice as well, like seeing your parents turn into grandparents. You know, not everyone has that privilege, and I'm very grateful that I have that privilege. So yeah, that was just like a little personal thing. So I actually spent half the day just swanning around nice coffee shops, Pilates, and then I've come back home, like hit the ground running with just some stuff that I'm working on. Sent an email out to my email list, which was one of my things on my priorities, so I can tick that off. Vlogging I'm doing, so let's tick that off. And then I just have some filming to do, which is why I've put my new cardigan on. That is where we're at. I'll be honest, I feel a bit weird today. I just have like no appetite, so I need to make lunch, but I don't know, I really hope I'm not coming down with something. Yeah, I just feel a little bit like not quite myself. So I'm just going to take it steady, do the recording that I need to do. As I say, I have no calls on a Wednesday, Tuesday, loads of calls on a Wednesday. I have no calls on a Tuesday. I can kind of take it steady. So I am going to film my welcome video for a program that is restarting tomorrow. I am going to film my 2 course modules, and then just wrap up some client support, coaching questions and things like that, and then I'll call it a day before I need to go and pick up Austin from nursery. And then I don't work at all in the evenings. I have one call that I do every 2 weeks, which is my only evening call, and that's just because of time zones, and I like doing it. Yeah, I don't regularly schedule evening stuff, and I don't work in the evenings. I know some people are super productive in the evenings, that's just not me. Like, this girl likes to chill, so I don't know, I guess have dinner and just chill out. Jake and I will usually just like watch a show, or last night I just had a bath and watched the module of a course I'm doing, which like isn't business focused at all. Maybe I'll tell you more about it one day. But yeah, so I'm gonna get my head down, do some filming. I'll record a little bit of behind the scenes, and we'll get these modules filmed, and they're due to then be uploaded over the next couple of weeks. One is for my events coach certification. So right now I'm training a new cohort of events industry coaches, which is mega. I love doing it. And then I have another program that I'm running right now, which also has like regular on-demand content that I film and upload. So yeah, looking forward to that. And it feels good to have the flexibility. It's such a sunny day. So I was quite grateful that I got to kind of hang around, walk around town and just take it in. I live in a really lovely place. So I always like just being out and about and walking places. Danger of vlogging is that I feel like I could just jump on and just share some stuff and chat, and I don't know if this is interesting to you. Like, let me know in the comments, like, what do you want to see more of? Is this interesting? This is a very normal day for me, but let me know. Anyway, adios for now. Okay, I've only been saying for like all day that I'm going to get ready to do this filming, but we're doing it. So this isn't like vlog filming, this is like a course filming. Sometimes I film it with like slides or lessons. These modules that I'm filming today are actually just super simple. They're just me talking. And so I don't have like a big setup really. I'm literally just going to plug in a good microphone, use my computer webcam. The lighting's pretty good right now. I have my neon light that I'm going to put on and just have a really simple setup, and then I'm actually going to record it on Riverside, which is where I record my podcast called Like an Event Boss with Carrie. If you haven't listened to it, it's very good. But sometimes when I'm doing like more vlogging stuff, I'll like sit here and have like a cute little setup with lights and a stand and everything, but this is more like work focused, so I have notes to make sure that I cover everything that I want to cover. On a day like this when Austin's in nursery all day, there's like an app, it's not an app, it's like a update page thing from nursery, and I literally just refresh it all day to see what he's up to. And today he had almost a 3-hour nap, so I will be sending them an invoice for the amount of coffee that I'm going to have to consume tomorrow if my baby's up all night. So yeah, that is everything. So I'm going to film now. Yeah, I quite like doing stuff like this. Obviously I'm always kind of coaching in my business, and I often have like business mentorship as well in the sessions that I'm running. Because I've been doing this for so long now, like 5 years, I have like quite a distinct style for my coaching, which is like a blend of coaching and mentorship. But then I also have periods where I'm teaching as well, which I really, really love because I don't get to do it as much, and this is when I'm doing like courses and sort of teaching people how to do a particular thing. At the moment I'm teaching people how to become events coaches, which is amazing, and then I have another course that I'm running on basically how to monetize your events expertise. So that's what I'm focusing on, and I'll show you what the screen looks like when I am recording. So my little studio is like this, so I will just literally record on my webcam, but I think this setup looks fine apart from these cushions. I'm going to tidy them a little bit, and then I am going to just put my good microphone on. My laptop one is fine, but fine isn't good enough. Like, we want it to be amazing. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Okay. Always make sure my notifications are silenced when I'm doing any work like this. So let's take them off. Social media, I don't have notifications on ever. Just check there's nothing urgent happening. Put my mind at rest. Email notifications, I don't know why I've still got those on. I mean, I don't mind getting emails. Email me if it's interesting. So that's that done. So another thing that I can do on here, I mean, they have a teleprompter and everything. I basically put some rough notes that I'll write up before I'm doing a session like this, so that I see them in front of me and I'm not like looking at my other screen when I'm recording. So yeah, I'm going to record these 2 modules. Maybe I'll put a little snippet of them on there so you can hear the kind of stuff that I teach on, and then my clients who are in these programs will be able to work through these modules in their own time, which is really nice, and they go in between that and then their live calls. So last week was a live call week where we do live coaching. Always have water because I'm an over talker, so make sure I'm hydrating. Yeah, okay, let's do this. Okay, welcome back to Events to Empire, and today's module is all about reach and growth. We're talking going big and how we can take someone from audience member to part of our community to a qualified lead to a paying client. Okay, I've recorded the first training. That was a 30-minute one take. I had a coughing fit just as I pressed stop record, so that was fate. So now I'm going to do my next one. So that one's processing. And then I have another module to record for a different program on a different topic, which I'm going to do. I think this one is going to take me slightly longer because it's a little more kind of in-depth. Look at my notes. Yeah, it's a little bit more in-depth. So I'm hoping I can get it done in like 40 minutes, 45 minutes. I don't like these training things to be super long because I feel like people get bored. And when I'm learning, I want just no fluff, just the stuff that I need to know. And my clients are typically very busy. They have other stuff going on. So that is what I'm going to focus on. But we are going well on my to-do list here. So I filmed the welcome video that I wanted to film. I filmed for one of my courses. I'm going to film for the other one. And then that's pretty much me done for the day. I would like to post one more piece of content. I'm very on the fly with my content. I do not plan it in advance. Some people say you have to. Let me tell you, you don't. That is my plan. Right. Let's go. Record, record, record. I'm in flow now as well. I always like batch these kind of things. So I wouldn't like record one module this day, one module this day. I am in, like when I'm in it, I am in it and I can just like go, 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 go. So this is why I have like themed days in my business. I'm going to do a whole other YouTube video on that if that's something that would be interesting for you. But yeah, I make sure that I have themed days. So Tuesday is a content day and a coffee day apparently based on my morning. So round 2, let's record. There is more potential in your current clients and your current people that are in your world. So I've just wrapped. That session was like 40 minutes. I think I said I wanted to do 40 minutes and it was. So I can leave this studio now and go back, and then basically I have my recordings. I have like a recording area and it's processing now, so I can just kind of leave those leave those recordings and deal with them later. They don't actually need to be uploaded immediately. So what I will generally do is go in, make any tweaks if I need to, add subtitles, like a brief edit, but I don't need to edit too much. I know that it's kind of hit the mark, and yeah, get them published so my clients can watch them and learn. So I'm just wrapping up the work day. I need to go and get Austin from nursery. We have him there until, well, he could stay till 6 o'clock, but my thing is that I would never ever want him to be the last child in nursery. It's just like a fear I have, an irrational fear as a mother. We all have many. So I'm gonna go pick him up in about 5 minutes, which is great because it's just a short walk. But I wrapped up my recording and then I just realized I had like 4 inquiries on LinkedIn. So I'm just going through those really quickly, just checking, sending any initial kind of information, which is great. Like, it's so nice to just not be on social media all day, because then when you do go on social media and you see, like, I've literally had 4 inquiries today from amazing potential clients. Like, how cool is that? How cool is it that I get to do this and get to do what I do? So yes, I will be leaving the house in a moment to go to nursery, and then it's a wrap. And I'm not going to film the rest of the day. I'm not going to film his bedtime routine and all of that because he's a toddler. It'll be feral. Like this morning I tried to film, right, and it was just not that great. But thanks for being here today. Tell me you've got a sausage dog without telling me you've got a sausage dog. Well, tell me you've got a husband doing laundry that's just dumped laundry on the floor, so that's great. There is literally a wash basket steps away. But this dog is so cute. And this dog is so cute. But I need to go pick up your little brother now. Puppies, can you go in your crate? Can you go in your crate? Chester, please. I'm not going to argue with you. I know that laundry is very comfortable, but you need to go in your crate. You are crate trained. Chester, in your crate, please. Oh gosh, I'm definitely going to be late, aren't I? glamorous life of being a mum, to take more nappies to nursery, and we are going, and the sun is shining. Okay, let's round up this vlog. I hope it has been helpful. Doing a day in the life today. Let me know what you want to see next. This hasn't been like the most interesting day, but it's been what I would say is like a typical work day for me, and typical like life day. The good thing to report back on is that I got done everything that I said I was going to do on my priority list, including vlogging, apart from when my camera died, but we're going to work on that for future things. I got all my filming done, got my content done. One thing that I wanted to do was post one more piece of Instagram content today, because I'm on a bit of a growth push right now with my Instagram platform specifically. So I've actually been upping my frequency of posting, and my big thing is that I stay consistent with it, and that's what I would tell my clients to do as well. But the day is still young, and I have a really international audience, so it's absolutely fine if I post something like later in the day, because then it's still daytime for the UK and the US and Europe, so we will do that later. But I don't really like being on my phone. I don't like being on my phone or doing any work when I'm around Austin, especially because he's been in nursery today. I just want to like be present with him tonight. So yeah, I'm gonna round this off. Thank you for being here. Please like, please subscribe, and I'll see you back next time.